Queen of the Waves. Biff, Chip, and Keeper were at the seaside with Mom and Dad. They were on holiday with Gran. They watched some children on bodyboards in the sea. "That looks fun," said Chip. "I wish we had bodyboards. Then we could ride the waves." Later, they saw a shop that sold bodyboards. Gran spoke to Dad. "Will you let me get one each for the children? It can be my holiday treat." It took a long time to choose them, but in the end, the children each had a bodyboard. "Thanks, Gran," said Biff. "We can't wait to ride the waves." That afternoon, there were good waves rolling onto the beach. "Wow," called Biff as she rode in on her bodyboard. "This is fun." "Where is Gran?" asked Mom. Mom and Dad watched the children having fun. "I don't know where Gran is," said Dad. Mom and Dad gasped. "It's Gran," said Dad. "Whatever next?" Gran had her own bodyboard. "Why should the children have all the fun?" she said. Gran went out into the waves. "Go for it, Gran!" yelled Keeper. Gran was good on her bodyboard. "Whoever would have thought it?" gasped Dad. "I would," sighed Mom. As Gran rode the wave, "You know, Gran." Soon a crowd was watching Gran. "Wow," said the man to Keeper. "Is that your grandmother?" The crowd grew bigger. "Oh no," groaned Dad. "I'm not enjoying this." "That was fun," said Gran. "But look what a mess my hair is now." A man took a photo of Gran. "You are Queen of the Waves," he said. Gran went to have her hair done. "That looks better," she said. A woman with a little girl saw Gran. "It's the Queen of the Waves," said the woman. "Please may Victoria take a photo of you?" Gran stood by the sea wall to have her photo taken. The tide had come in. Oh no! A huge wave broke over Gran. Splash! She was soaked. "Gran is Queen of the Waves and no mistake," said Dad. Crab Island. The children were excited. They were going to spend the day on Crab Island. They had to get there by boat. Mr. Salt was going to take them. "It will be a real adventure," said Chip. "There's a cave on the island. It has a good beach, so we can go bodyboarding," explained Biff. "It will be a long day," said Dad, "so there's a lot to take with us." At last, Dad and Mr. Salt had loaded all the things in the dinghy. Mom ran up with a big plastic tub. "Don't forget the food," she said. They set off for Crab Island. A speedboat went past. "Hold on," said Dad. "Speedboats can make quite big waves." At last, they got to Crab Island. Dad pulled the dinghy onto the beach. "I will be back at 6 o'clock," called Mr. Salt. Have fun. We must set up camp, said Dad. Bring all our stuff up here. I will bring the food, said Chip. Chip gasped. The food was missing. The plastic tub had fallen off the dinghy. I will call Mr. Salt, said Dad. Oh no, my phone has no signal. We are on this island with no food. They had bottles of drink, but all they had to eat was a bag of apples and one sweet each. I'm hungry, moaned the keeper. And it's not lunchtime yet. How about a swim, suggested Dad. It's good for bodybuilding. Maybe later, said Biff. Dad took them on a beach hunt. Let's see what we can find, he said. Do we have to do this? Said Chip. We're so hungry. Look, what's floating in the sea, said Dad. The box of food. Time for a swim, yelled Chip. They all raced into the water. They pulled the box out and looked inside. All the food was there. Hooray! Our food has floated in on the tide, yelled Chip. Biff bit into a sandwich. She said. Seafood. Where next? It was a rainy afternoon. Let's play a board game, said Lee. Can you keep a secret? Asked Keeper. We have something more exciting than a board game. It's a magic key. In Biff's room, Keeper showed Lee the magic key. It can take us anywhere, said Biff. Could it take us to the land of dinosaurs? Asked Lee. Yes, Keeper said. We could slide down a dinosaur's neck while it eats leaves. But not all dinosaurs ate leaves, said Chip. Some of them ate meat. I didn't think of that, said Keeper. The key did not glow. Biff picked up the key. I wish it would take us to a big football match next. I could score the winning goal in the last minute, she said. But what if you missed the shot? Asked Keeper. Biff thought about this. Maybe I need to practice a bit more first, she said. The key still did not glow. What about you, Chip? Asked Keeper. I'd go to a spaceship heading for the stars, answered Chip. But you might be old before you reach any, Biff said. The key still had not glowed. Are you sure it's magic? Asked Lee. Yes, said Biff. You just never know when it will work. The children decided to play a board game after all. They went downstairs. Floppy was left alone in Biff's room. Only he saw the key begin to glow. The magic key took him into the little house in the corner of the room. Floppy went to best place ever for dogs. There were parks to run in. There were sticks to fetch and cats to run after. The key started to glow again. Before he went home, Floppy grabbed a huge bone for himself. The children had finished their game. It wasn't a magic adventure, but it was fun, said Chip. Floppy came into the room. He was carrying a little bone in his mouth. Where have you been, Floppy? Asked Biff. I wonder where he got that bone, said Lee. Gotcha! A boy came for the afternoon with his mom. My name is Kevin, he said. Kevin had a can in his bag. Do you want some crisps? He asked. A toy snake shot out of the can. Egg, said Chip. Gotcha, cried Kevin. Kevin loves playing tricks, explained his mom. It was just a joke, said Kevin. Do you want a sweet? Thanks, said Biff and Chip. Oh no, said Biff. Your lips are blue, Chip. Biff's mouth was blue as well. Gotcha again, said Kevin with a smirk. Those are trick sweets from the joke shop. After Kevin left, Biff said next time we need to trick him. At the weekend, Biff asked Dad to take them to the joke shop in town. The shop was full of tricks to play. This camera squirts water, said Chip. How about an ice cube, said Keeper. It has a plastic fly in it, he said. No, we need something better to trick Kevin, said Biff. Trick me? Said a voice. It was Kevin. He had come to the joke shop too, with his mom. No chance, said Kevin. Nobody ever gets me with a trick. I've got an idea, said Chip. Biff and Keeper leaned in and listened carefully. The next time Kevin came to the house, the children were ready for him. Do you want a glass of water? Asked Biff. Nice try, said Kevin. I bet that is a trick glass that makes you dribble down your front. Sit down and play a game with us, Kevin, said Chip. No way, said Kevin. There's probably a trick cushion that makes a rude noise on that chair. Keeper had a bunch of flowers. Look at these, Kevin, he said. No chance, said Kevin. Those must be trick flowers that squirt water. Kevin went and stood in the corner. When it was time to go, Kevin said, See, nobody tricked me. Biff smiled. We did trick you. You did nothing all afternoon. Just waiting for a trick, said Chip. But we never had any tricks ready. Gotcha, Kevin, said Biff and Chip together. And Kevin had to agree. In the dark. Biff had a gamepad. They are great, she said. The games are brilliant. Look at this, she said. I made up a little person a bit like me. I zoom along on a jetpack. At this level, I zap snow giants and try to miss flying snowballs. May I have a go? Asked Keeper. But Biff did not want to let him. I'm just about to go up to the next level, she said. You can have a go tomorrow. The next day, Biff went to judo club with Chip. Keeper, go and tidy up your bedroom, said Mom. Keeper saw Biff's gamepad on the bed in her room. Biff did say I could have a go, he said. So he sat on the bed and began to play. Keeper was not very good at the game. Splat! He kept getting hit by things. Suddenly, the magic key began to glow. Keeper went with a whoosh into an adventure. The magic key took Keeper into a game. He had a jetpack on. Whoosh! Help! Said Keeper. How do I control this thing? Zoom! Keeper was heading for the corn-cob monsters. Wow, he yelled. I got past them. Splat! A flying tomato hit him. Oh, yuck! He gasped. That was not good. But Keeper got better at controlling the jetpack. Soon he went up to the next level. He zoomed up and down, missing the robot dragons and popping paint balloons. Pop! Splat! Keeper went up to the next level. Suddenly, a warning began to splash. Recharge! The battery was low. Keeper started to slow down. A jelly landed on his head. Plop! It began to go dark. Oh no, said Keeper. If the gamepad runs out of power, I will be stuck. Just then, Biff came back from judo. My gamepad needs charging, she said. Keeper landed in Biff's room. Bump! He told Biff where he had been. Don't be cross with me, Biff, he said. I'm not cross, said Biff. It's funny. It was not funny at the time, said Keeper. Do you want to play another game? Said Biff. No, not just yet, said Keeper. The Frog's Tale. Biff was reading Keeper a story all about a talking frog. Frogs can't talk, said Keeper. In stories, talking frogs are always prince under a spell, Biff explained. Just then, the magic key began to glow. It was time for an adventure. The magic took them to a pond. A frog was gazing at them. Hello, it croaked. You must be a prince, Biff told it. Really? Croaked the frog. Just like our story, gasped Keeper. There was a castle not far away. Come on, we will take you there, said Biff. At the castle gate, a soldier said, Hey, you can't bring that frog in here. He's really a prince, Biff said, and princes always live in castles. The soldier let them in. They came to the castle kitchen. Hey, no yucky frogs in here, shouted the cook. He's really a prince, said Keeper. In that case, do you like fancy food? The cook asked the frog. Yes, princes always like fancy food, said Biff. I prefer bugs, croaked the frog. After lunch, they met the princesses. Get that horrible thing out of my sight, she shouted. He's a prince, not a horrible thing, said Biff. And princes always get on with princesses. In that case, let's play tennis, the princesses told the frog. I'd rather swim, the frog croaked. The king and queen were outside. Princesses, why are you talking to a frog? Asked the king. When Biff explained, the queen said, The royal wizard must change this poor prince back. The royal wizard just listened. Then he said, That isn't a prince. That's a real frog. The king was furious. Get that frog, he cried. The frog did its best to avoid capture, but at last one soldier got it. Now take him to the tower, ordered the queen. That's not fair, cried Biff. This frog is more special than any prince. How often do you meet a talking frog? Very well, said the king. Set him free. The frog jumped toward the window. It looked back at the room and croaked, Goodbye. Then it hopped off the ledge. Talking frogs always hop off like that, said Biff. We need to hop off too, said Keeper.